Greetings. We're calling in unconditional love's highest wisdom and guidance for you at this time. The first cards to come out are the Knight of Wands and the Six of Cups. This is telling us about a moment for you, most clearly in the past, where you feel that you acted impulsively. There was some sort of impulsive action that you took, and you feel that it was out of like a recklessness. Like there was ignorance in your actions and possibly arrogance, according to you. So take this as it resonates. Your intuition will have already confirmed this for you, and you will have already been feeling this about this past situation on your own. You could be someone who feels that an impulsive action was taken against you in the past, but I'm getting very strongly that this is your reading if you're feeling that you took the action. With the Three of Wands, this impulsive action that you took was to move in a new direction. You could have moved away from someone else, because with the Six of Cups, we're seeing here that some emotions were splashed around, some emotions fell out of the cup. So you could have even moved away from someone else or another situation, another reality that you were experiencing. With the Nine of Wands and the Empress coming out, you feel like you moved towards someone that you felt was beautiful at the time. That person was very attractive to you. They were a mystery to you. And you felt almost like it was your duty, like your divine duty to move towards that person. However, with the Nine of Wands, you could feel like you ended up not necessarily being enough for that individual. And there could have been someone that you moved away from in the past that you were already connecting with. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands. So this is walking away from something or from someone or some situation. The Six of Wands representing pride. There's an energy of materialism, pride, ego, confidence, validation from some external source. So this Empress energy that you were moving towards, this energy that you perceived as very beautiful and catalytic to you, attractive to you, you might feel now looking back that you were deceived. With the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, you could feel like that energy took more than it gave, and that it was in general a very draining energy and birthed a lot of lack into your life. So your Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, you're having internal conflicts because you're trying to move on from this situation with this Empress energy. You're trying to move possibly towards the past situation, the situation that you used to connect with, that you moved away from in order to connect with that deceptive, draining energy that you didn't realize was draining at the time. I hope that all of this is clear. I'm just trying to make your energy very clear to you so that you know if you're resonating with this reading and to not take it at all if it is not your reading. So with the Devil showing itself in the deck here, we're understanding that this was a karmic lesson for you. This was something that happened because you incarnated in this lifetime in order to recognize and break toxic habits, toxic ties that were ingrained in society, possibly your bloodline, possibly your ancestry, and possibly simply the collective society. If you're a masculine energy, and it feels like you are because you were being drawn in by this Empress energy, if you're identifying as a masculine energy, no matter your gender identity, this could be something that you came into this lifetime to dissolve for the collective divine masculine. Spirit is healing a great wound for you right now, a deep wound. And it was caused by being involved with this karmic cycle, being heavily embedded with this karmic situation that you didn't realize was a karmic situation. You manifested it for yourself because you needed to learn something. You needed to purify and transmute a karma that you came here with, a toxic cycle that you were enduring, so that you could actually live in the spirituality that you were wanting to identify in. You wanted to be someone who was spiritual, who was deep, profound, who was very wise in and of your own right. And in order to do that, you had to basically go through tough lessons. You had to go through initiations where parts of your ego that you might not have understood or seen as a big deal were expunged and cleared out. So the wisdom that you sought to have, it required that you scoured your soul. It required that you birthed yourself through certain very difficult experiences. And in doing so, you might have walked away from someone that you see as very delicate. This person is in your past. In a lot of ways, you and this person are not connecting in the present, at least in the physical present. And you're thinking about them greatly. You're feeling sad about them. And you're also possibly not fully disconnected yet from this Empress energy that ended up, leading you into a space of lack. This Empress energy could be a large part of the reason why you're not moving towards that Six of Cups energy, that person in the past. This Empress energy seems to be keeping an eye on you. It's like they're watching what you're doing, the way that the Empress is looking through this fan. This person could either have an intuitive gaze on you or an actual eye on you. And it keeps you feeling wary and nervous with the Nine of Wands. It's also wreaking havoc on your energy. Could possibly be literally eating away at you. People around you could be saying that you've lost weight or that you look skinny, and inside, intuitively, you know that it has to do with the kind of stress, the unique kind of stress that you're experiencing in your situation with this Empress. So you feel like that past impulsive action that you took led you to this situation in your present with the Empress. Let's now look into the energy of this situation that you walked away from in the past, because it feels like that's a big part of why you came to this reading. With Justice and the Nine of Swords, this person could have been very, very stressed and heartbroken and just in general begun to doubt themselves when you walked away from them in the past. But I'm seeing with Justice here that this person was able to balance a lot of that out, because that was something within them that they also karmically needed to heal. So this person was able to balance that out. And with the Knight of Swords, this person could have also reached out to you sometime in the more recent past. They could have reached out to share some truths with you about how they felt. And with the Hierophant, you could have understood that, realized that there was a massive spiritual up-leveling that this person was going through. So you recognize that they were tapping into their higher wisdom. They were tapping into their higher self and into their value, their spiritual value, their emotional value, their physical value. They started a new cycle recently, and at that time they started a new cycle, and then more recently it's like they've begun a new cycle again. There are 2 threes coming out, one on the split and then one on the bottom of the deck. This person is in a time of manifestation. They manifest new realities for themselves very regularly. With the Three of Pentacles, they're watching something that they planted and things that they planted in the past grow for them. They're watching it bear fruit and produce something for them. With the Three of Cups, they're in a celebratory energy a lot of the time as well. They feel like they are building a strong foundation, or they have a strong foundation of love around them, of friendship. The Three of Cups coming out again, friendship and community. And with the Page of Swords coming out as the final tarot card under this Six of Cups energy, this person is quite a thinker. This particular Page of Swords indicates writing for me as well. So this person could be a writer. It could be someone who has a practice of journaling. And I also see that this person thinks of you from time to time. You're not someone that they have forgotten. Although it's not a thinking of you from a place of longing. This Page of Swords is just a wonder. You come to their mind from time to time. They wonder how you're doing. And I feel that this person wishes you well. I feel that this person wishes you well and doesn't really have much of an idea of some of the things that have gone on in your life. They may be quite surprised to find out how you've really been living and feeling in these past few years. It feels that you haven't been connecting with this person, or possibly past several months. So now that we've looked into your energy and we've looked into this person's energy, let's lean into unconditional loves, highest guidance for you at this time. And what comes out as guidance is Judgment and the Eight of Wands. This is the energy of motion. And not just motion, but communication, creating energetic motion. So growth, transformation. Judgment talks about reactivating a part of yourself, a higher part of yourself, a purer part of yourself. There's a part of you that is undergoing reactivation, especially with the Hermit and the Six of Swords. It's like you're learning how to move forward. You're looking within in order to understand how to move forward, how to gain the peace that you need, and how to release yourself from the trappings of what you feel like you are being held by. The cards are showing that you have an immense confidence in your ability to not only manifest your way out of this situation and forward in your life, but to manifest your way back into connection with this. It feels like feminine energy from your past. You're doing the inner work in order to actualize that reality. So it feels like you would call yourself an adept at movement of energy, at energy manipulation, and not manipulation in the necessarily in the negative sense of the word, now in the service to self sense of the word, but manipulation in the sense of just able to utilize, maneuver. The Judgment and Eight of Wands as guidance is saying that by taking action, you open up new realities. You close old cycles and you birth new pure cycles of higher truth and alignment. Now, it's no mention of what response you will be receiving from this Six of Cups energy in this feminine energy from your past. But it does say that no matter what, there's an old timeline, an old energy being reactivated. And from there, energy is being moved. So where things may have felt stuck. So there's certainly some old emotional things that existed for you on this timeline that were part of what you walked away from. And those things are being reactivated to be healed, to be purged. So that, again, Judgment, you can exist in a new reality, a higher reality of yourself. Judgment is also representing here how this person might see you as a return from the past, someone reawakening from the past. And the Eight of Wands is talking about the energetic push that's going to give them as well to mobilize and release old stuck emotions and energies. There's a purer timeline that both of you are ascending to. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are ascending to it to exist together in a romantic sense, or even to exist together, but there was a way that you guys crossed paths, like two ships crossing in the night. And through the inner work that you're doing and through the steady manifestations that this person is making, it's like you guys are crossing again. And this time you're crossing, going in another direction. You're crossing, going away from matrix energies and going away from karma and control and being controlled by the ego, by desires, by pride. And instead you're moving in the direction of your highest desires, of your purest hearts, your purest souls. Now, in each person's case, the romantic outcome will feel different. For some of you, it will feel like you're aligned for a relationship. For some of you, it will feel like massive healing, and that a relationship is not what is written for you in the cards in this lifetime with this person, and that's okay. Either way, the strength of each of you, so you and this other person that you connected with in the past, the strength of your magician energy, your creator self, is being confirmed to you and to the other. You're both seeing that, yes, you're right in how you saw this person as very skilled, saw this person as very capable of transforming their life, transforming the world around them, very wise, naturally. It could be two old souls that saw that in each other, but had to part ways to learn massive lessons first before coming together again in whatever capacity that will be. This is a beautiful, very emotional and loving message. And I still feel guided to pull a card from the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. So let's see what Spirit's parting messages of guidance and pure wisdom are. This time I feel guided to read the energy that's underlying the deck at this time first. So the energy underlying the deck is number 5, Malachite, the subconscious mind. Malachite brings to light ingrained programming and toxic beliefs. An amulet against pain, this is a powerful stone for emotional transformation. It stimulates the survival instinct. Unconscious programs or beliefs cause psychosomatic dis-ease. Go willingly into the depths. Therapy may be needed. Your deepest fears become your greatest gifts as hidden abilities come to light. Go where angels fear to tread to bring back insights for your own healing and that of others. Explore your depths. Danger threatens. Not all is as it seems. Stand firm in your power. Have no fear. You survive. Protect yourself against unseen forces or powerful minds that manipulate you. Learn psychic protection. Take a course to call up past life skills. Spread your wings. Do not become embroiled with a charismatic person. Detoxifying your mind, body, and emotions, and recognizing deep psychosomatic causes of dis-ease are a path to well-being. Now, the card that came out actually from the deck is number 2, Flint, Portal Power. Flint stabilizes energy and cuts through to the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. It opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. You are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore this hidden side. It contains treasure beyond knowing, together with attitudinal karma and repressed emotions affecting well-being. Flint connects you to your ancestors. A natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insights. Strengthen your boundaries. Cut through confusion to the core of the matter. Soul retrieval is necessary if you left any part of yourself in another life or an abusive childhood experience. An unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize lessons before you move on. Paying attention to energetic boundaries and core strength, cutting detrimental ties, and strengthening your connection to the planet maintains well-being. So this has been a powerful reading about timeline jumping, integration, transmutation, portal moving, and in addition to the wisdom that I can already see that you have, I hope that this reading brought you immense clarity, peace, and some guidance if you needed it. So God bless you, and I love you. I look forward to us connecting again in the next reading. So take great care of yourself, and happy aligning.